I think he's a super dangerous challenger, and he'll go into it with a lot of belief, but I believe that belief will get shrunk. As the rounds pass and as the shots start getting landed on him, the questions will be asked of him again. Oleksandr Usyk will be victorious.
But it's a fight that Daniel Dubois can definitely win. Yeah. I don't think Usyk should.
Tony Bellew isn't pulling any punches. He sees Daniel Dubois as a threat, but one that crumbles under pressure. According to Bellew, Dubois may step into the ring full of belief, but that belief will bleed out the moment Oleksandr Usyk starts landing clean shots. He paints a brutal picture. Usyk's pinpoint accuracy, his non-stop pressure, it's a slow suffocation. Bellew predicts the same chilling pattern we've seen before. Dubois breaking mentally, swallowed by self-doubt, round by round. And when that moment arrives, Bellew says Usyk won't just beat him, he'll dismantle him. To Bellew, this isn't a fight, it's a psychological collapse waiting to happen.
I think Daniel Dubois is now coming to a different stage in his career, where he's understanding now of what needs to be done and what's at stake. I think he's shown that he can overcome difficult times in fights now. And I think the victory over Anthony Joshua is going to propel his confidence levels to an all-time high.
Tony Bellew sees a transformation in Daniel Dubois, a fighter who's no longer just raw power, but finally understands what it takes to survive at the elite level. He credits Dubois for evolving, for showing grit in the face of adversity, and proving he's not the same man who folded under pressure in the past. But Bellew draws a hard line in the sand. The game changer? Usyk's back-to-back masterclass over Anthony Joshua. That win, Bellew says, didn't just earn respect, it turned Usyk into a monster with unshakable confidence. And that's the danger, because in Bellew's eyes, this version of Usyk isn't just great, he's unstoppable.
It was a different machine.
Self-confidence will be...
And time waits for no man, as the saying goes. I just think that this is a fight, it's exciting, it's a good fight. You've got to make Usyk the favourite, but it's a fight that Daniel Dubois can definitely win.
Yeah.
Carl Froch is doing his best to stoke the fire, branding Daniel Dubois a reborn monster dripping with confidence and ready for war. But look closer and the cracks start to show. Even Froch can't keep the mask on for long. He knows the truth. Usyk is the heavy favorite. Sure, Froch entertains the idea of a Dubois upset, but it reeks more of promotional hype than real belief. Deep down, he understands what Dubois is walking into. Usyk isn't just experienced, he's a surgical assassin, dismantling opponents one brutal step at a time. Froch's praise for Dubois feels hollow, like he's already bracing for the nightmare that's coming.
You know, the trainer says to the other fighter and says, you're a cheat and you're not a God-fearing man and you're a liar. And, you know, I think this is just, you know, absolutely insane.
Meanwhile, Russ Amber explodes with disbelief, tearing into Don Charles for his unhinged press conference meltdown that spiraled into bizarre personal attacks, calling Usyk everything from a liar to ungodly. Amber doesn't sugarcoat it. He calls the entire tirade madness, a glaring sign that Dubois' corner is unraveling under pressure. Instead of sharpening strategy, they've turned to desperate insults, revealing a total psychological collapse. Amber slams the circus for what it is, not mind games, but raw panic. Broadcast live. And while Dubois' team loses its grip, Usyk remains calm, calculated, untouched. The mental war, already over. And Usyk didn't even need to fire a shot.
Right now, I believe Usyk has more fans in UK than any of the other UK fighter.
Aegis Klimas drops a truth bomb that lands harder than any right hand. Usyk isn't just winning in the ring, he's owning the hearts of British fans. In a twist that stings national pride, Klimas boldly claims Usyk has more support in the UK than Daniel Dubois himself. While Dubois fights for recognition on home turf, Usyk is paraded like a conquering hero in a land that once saw him as the outsider. This isn't just about belts, it's about admiration, legacy, and power. Usyk's brilliance, humility, and relentless warrior spirit have turned him into a global force. Meanwhile, Dubois still battles to carve his name into the very soil he was born on. Klimas doesn't flinch. He says the truth is clear. The heavyweight crown no longer belongs to Britain. It belongs to Usyk, the undisputed king, ruling from the heart of enemy territory.
This guy is a beast. He's a good fighter. He's a hard fighter to beat. And I think he'll learn from the mistakes he made in the first fight against Usyk, and it will give him a hard fight. Look, he has the tools to win that fight.
Amir Khan rushes to defend Daniel Dubois, painting him as a reformed powerhouse, stronger, smarter, and ready to redeem himself after the brutal loss to Usyk. But here's the cold truth. While Khan clings to potential, reality doesn't lie. Dubois may pack raw power, but against Usyk, that muscle turns to mist. Usyk isn't just a fighter, he's a cold, calculating technician who dismantles opponents like clockwork. Dubois, quote, biggest flaw, a glaring lack of elite ring IQ. It's the kind of weakness Usyk feeds on. Mao Zedong doesn't hold back. He calls it like it is. This isn't a rivalry. Quote, us a mismatch. Dubois might enter swinging, but Usyk's brilliance will turn that aggression into desperation. This isn't a comeback story. It, quote, us a calculated slaughter waiting to unfold.
But now my focus is Daniel.
And you have no doubt that you're going to beat him.
I think I win, yeah, I believe.
On the other side, Oleksandr Usyk's focus is razor sharp, locked solely on Daniel Dubois. There's no hesitation, no second guessing, he's already seeing the win. With a quiet but chilling confidence, Usyk simply declares, I will win. It's not hype, it's a cold, unsettling promise that cuts deeper than any trash talk. What makes it even more haunting is his calm delivery, hiding a fierce fire that's ready to erupt. Dubois may bring power and belief, but he's never faced a storm like Usyk's precision that slices through chaos and a mindset built to break men. Usyk doesn't just fight with force, he dissects, he dismantles, and he dominates on a psychological level. The real question, can Dubois survive the mental onslaught Usyk is preparing to unleash? Because this isn't just about fists, it's a war of minds.
And he believes in himself, you know, and that's why he's talking the way that he's talking right now. He's a different proposition to the one that was boxing Oleksandr Usyk a couple of years ago. And he goes, not just physically, not just mentally, he totally believes in himself now.
Spencer Oliver dissects Daniel Dubois with razor-sharp insight, revealing a fighter who's undergone a complete transformation. Dubois believes in himself, and that's why he's speaking with such conviction. Oliver explains, pointing to a man who's nothing like the version that once fell to Oleksandr Usyk. This isn't just about strength or grit, it's the rise of self-belief that now fuels Dubois, and Oliver insists that confidence alone could rewrite the narrative. He's not faking it, he's stepping into the rematch with real conviction, ready to back every word with action. But despite the evolution, one brutal truth remains. Belief can carry you far, but against Usyk, it might not be enough. As Adam Smith puts it bluntly, confidence is key, but facing Usyk demands much more than belief.
19th is a chance for Daniel Dubois to go down in British sporting folklore and to go and do the business, reverse that result.
Moreover, Frank Warren sees July 19th as a defining moment, a once-in-a-lifetime shot for Daniel Dubois to cement his name in British sporting history. He passionately believes this is where Dubois can rewrite the narrative, wipe away the sting of his brutal loss to Oleksandr Usyk, and finally silence the doubters. For Warren, this isn't just a fight, it's a shot at legacy. It's Dubois' chance to rise from the ashes and etch his name alongside the greats of British boxing. The stakes? Nothing short of redemption. This isn't about defending a title, it's about reclaiming pride and rewriting the story that once defined him. But the looming question remains, can Dubois bury the ghosts of his past and rise to the challenge? Warren believes that if Dubois brings focus, fire, and belief, this could be the night that changes everything.
Daniel's a heavy puncher. Both hands carries dynamite. It's just going to be a case of picking his moments, believing in his work, and there are 3 or 4 fundamental things that he must do. And if he does, then he'll have success.
George Fox pulls no punches when praising Daniel Dubois, calling him a true powerhouse with knockout potential that can change the course of any fight. His explosive hands are a weapon capable of turning the tide in an instant. Fox sees this raw power as Dubois' greatest asset, positioning him as a true force in the heavyweight division. But Fox is quick to remind us, it's not just about brute strength. Success for Dubois hinges on timing, precision, and smart decision-making under pressure. Fox emphasizes that Dubois must harness his striking ability, combine it with a disciplined game plan, and execute it with flawless precision. The fundamentals are key: control aggression, maintain discipline, and stick to the training. If Dubois masters these principles, victory will be within reach. The stakes couldn't be higher. Dubois has the tools to dominate. If he unlocks his full potential, the heavyweight division will be forever changed. With the fight ahead, all eyes are on Dubois. Will he rise to the occasion or fall short? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more in-depth boxing analysis.